My name's John Alfredo. I go by YaBoiPasta. That's my stage name. Born in New York, Queens. Raised in Fort Lauderdale with my mom, and grew up here. Did a little bit of college up at FSU. Came back down. Started doing a little bit of work here and there. Then started working on my craft. Just try to do better every day and get my name out there.
Yes, sir.
Try to work with other people as much as I can.
Okay. Okay. So how long have you been producing?
I want to say since maybe 2013.
2013.
Yeah, that's when I was up in college. I started to dabble with FL Studio, trying to figure out, how it works and how I could make some music with it. I actually still use that to this day. It's a great DAW. But when I moved back down with my family, I started taking it a little bit more seriously. I actually started releasing stuff. So, working on hip hop, trap beats, etc. Then I started branching out a little bit more. Trying not to put myself in a box. Working on electronic music or lo-fi or just different subgenres here and there. Yeah, I've been doing that ever since.
Okay. That's not too long of a time. I checked out your Spotify and it's like you almost have 3K monthly listeners, and so that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. And the first song I heard, I think it was the Hurt beat that you have that displayed on your link or whatever. And so I was like, I really like that. And then I was like, okay, well, let me see what his most streamed beat is. And then I think it was a dream. What's it called? A dream and
driving home in the rain.
Yeah. Okay. So I knew it was something with a D, and I was like, okay. So he does lo-fi too. So I was like, okay. So he has different genres that he's doing. So yeah, that was pretty interesting to me. So I guess I was gonna ask you what type of producer would you mainly say you are, but I know you say you don't really want to box, but what's your comfort zone?
I think my comfort zone is lo-fi. I think a lot of the stuff that I put out on Spotify officially is lo-fi, and that's what my first EP is based around. It's called The Feelings, and if you look at all the songs, they're named after types of situations, and those are the types of situations that those beats made me feel when I was writing them. I have one called Winter in Central Park. It makes me feel I've got a jacket on and the wind's blowing, it's just snowing, and you're just taking a cool stroll down through Central Park. I have another one, Driving Home in the Rain. That was the most popular one, where it's just a little bit of ambient rain sounds and some lo-fi beat throughout. Just relaxing, something that you could drive home in the rain to.
Yeah, perfectly described. Yeah, for sure. So why do you think that song has done so well?
Well, I did actually get lucky. I have a friend, really good friend, named Spencer. He is a YouTuber, and he's got a pretty prominent following. He ended up using that track, "Driving Home in the Rain," at the end of one of his videos, and it just took off from there.
Wow.
Yeah, so I caught a little bit of a lucky break there. Everybody was enjoying it. And yeah.
It's easily enjoyable. So besides that, how else are you marketing your beats? Are you I guess, are you aiming them more towards artists, or are you aiming them more towards listeners, YouTubers, those playlists on YouTube and Spotify?
I try to keep it in this the middle of the ballpark, where it's kind of available for everybody to use and listen to however they feel. I keep a lot of space in the tracks that I make, in case some rapper wants to maybe try to rap over the beat and see how they feel about it. I leave a lot of open space for artists to do that. And in regards to the lo-fi and other stuff, yeah, I leave it pretty lengthy. for a lo-fi beat for other people to just enjoy
Mm-hmm.
on their free time. Just have it out in the background, just
Yeah.
enjoy it while they're chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I have an electronic drum and bass track out called "Wake Up." That one I geared more towards listeners.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to try out a different set of shoes. So have you, and see what that was like. I really
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed making that one, and I think,
Really?
yeah, very much so. And I think people enjoyed me branching out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I have to listen to that because I like all different kind of music, but like hearing somebody that's branching out and seeing what they do differently is like. And do you feel like you have the same like style and like sauce throughout each of the genres, or it's like completely different?
No, I feel like they're all a little bit different when it comes to lo-fi. I keep that chill, somber
Mm,
uh, style. When it comes to trap beats, I kind of like them to be a little bit darker and harder
mm-hmm,
hitting. With electronic, with the track "Wake Up," that one was super super upbeat, and I wanted people to like just go crazy
mm-hmm,
when they listen to it. Has something that people would jump over if a DJ was playing in a club.
mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah,
just go nuts.
yeah,
So yeah, no, it's always what I'm feeling at that moment. That's why I don't like putting myself in a box because I never feel the same day to day.
yeah. Mm-hmm,
And nobody else really does.
mm, that's true.
So I want to create like soundtracks for people's lives.
Mm,
I want people to like have a feeling when they listen to one of my tracks, and it reminds them of a situation that happened in their life. You
mm,
know, I
yeah,
want people to, I want people to almost like feel like they were back at that situation.
yeah.
When they hear my music.
Mm. Wow, that's a pretty good idea. Like, and like with your songs being titled the way that they are, and with them just giving the feeling that they give,
Mm.
I think that's easy to do. And I think like, have you looked into any like sync placements or anything like with movies or TV shows or
Yeah,
anything like
I
that?
actually started dabbling into it for the past like maybe 2 or 3 months. Just
Mm,
looking at music libraries and seeing which ones are accepting submissions, seeing if my tracks will fit anywhere with anything that anybody's doing. I think that would be a really good idea, especially how some of my tracks are like named that way, so
mhm.
they already have a set idea. If
Yeah.
like a music supervisor listens to it, they have a set
Mhm,
idea of like what I was thinking when I went into the track, and
mhm.
they might feel the same way.
Yeah, and also just being named that, it's like they have a whole list of songs, and they're like scrolling through, and that could like immediately catch your eye. Like, okay, so what does it feel like when you're driving in the rain? You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, that's pretty smart, man. So do you do any sound design?
Sound design? No, I actually haven't dabbled in it very much. I do want to get into physical hardware synthesis
Mm-hmm.
in the future, because I think that's just like a whole new world where people just make sounds that nobody's ever heard before.
Mm-hmm.
But it but right now um it looks like trigonometry to me
Oh
when I'm
yeah.
looking outside in.
Uh-huh.
So that'll probably be a project in the future. Once I get my name a little bit more out there and see what
Mm-hmm.
we can do.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Okay. So for artists, like what kind of Um, so how do you approach an artist? So do you typically have them come to you if they like a beat, or do you like kind of look for artists that you think would go well on some of your beats and kind of approach them?
Well, I actually I like to leave it up to the music a
Mm-hmm.
little bit and see if anybody approaches me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, See if they enjoy it. If it doesn't feel right, I don't want to like
Mm-hmm.
force that with anybody. So I haven't approached very many people on my own,
Mm-hmm.
because I just feel like if it's organic, it'll be way better. It's
Mm-hmm.
probably something that's going to be changing soon, just so I can see how it works out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, See if I can maybe find somebody that I sync with, and see if they can drop some bars on my tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I've been posting a lot on TikTok. That's actually where I found you guys.
Okay.
Um, and and I've just been posting my beats, seeing if anybody wants to duet it or drop bars on it.
Mm-hmm.
See where that goes. I've gotten a little bit of feedback, like there people enjoying the tracks, but so far nobody's duetted it. But fingers crossed.
Is your name the same on TikTok as it
Yeah,
is on Instagram?
your boy.
Yes. So for me, as an artist, I've noticed that the most beats I've bought. Okay, the most beats I've bought have been from like having relationship with the producers. Before them trying to even sell me a beat or talk to me about beat, we just chatted about music, not about music, just about our lives and stuff. And then I don't know, that just makes me want to buy from them more because I know that
Yeah,
they, genuinely care about me and my art, and that they're once I put the song out with their beat, they're going to also promote it as well and be like, look what they did on my beat, and as same vice versa, like look what I did on their beat type thing. But one song I've done, like I heard it like on a Spotify playlist because I just listen to Spotify playlists beats sometimes, and I'm like, walking around or just doing something, and I'm like making a song up, and then one I was like, okay, I have to go buy this beat. So I tracked down the producer and I was like, how much is it? It was literally like only a $10 beat, and I was like, okay, I'm sold, give me the lease, let's make it happen. And it just happened really quickly. So just from my perspective as an artist, like that's where that's how I end up like getting my beats, for sure. um Sorry, that was kind of like a tangent a little bit,
oh,
but
you're good. You're good. I love listening to other people's stories.
okay, okay. Well, so what made you like just want to become a producer?
I think music's something I've wanted to do for most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Back in I remember this day back in middle school. Every day before I would get on the bus, I would be at my grandma's house, waiting for it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd be listening on this little ass radio,
Mm-hmm.
listening to some rap music,
Mm-hmm.
and I I'd be repeating the words, just lip singing the words, not really worrying about what the actual song was or what I was doing. And my uncle walks by and he's like, "Yo, you know what you're saying?" Because apparently it was like a super inappropriate song or something for like some 12-year-old to be like repeating.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, no, not really. And he's like, why don't you try listening to the music uh before you start repeating what you hear,
Uh-huh.
like for no reason. I'm like, and like that for some reason that clicked in my head, like that point forward I was listening to the meanings of every single song that I ever listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it didn't click in my brain before that, but that just expanded everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved the stories that people were telling.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to do that. I want to tell stories, and I want to be the background music for other people's stories,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
So it was from then on, I was focusing on music more than like my other classes.
Yeah.
And, I did band in middle and high school. I did marching band. I went to FSU and marched. That was a great time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just solidified from that point forward that this is something I'm going to be doing as a career, as my life.
Mm-hmm.
Just feels right.
Yeah, exactly. What did you play in marching band?
Marching band. I played sousaphone.
Sousaphone. Oh, okay. I
Mhm.
was also in the marching band. Can you
Nice.
guess what I played?
I want to say trumpet.
No, I was percussion.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
that was close though. It was close though. Carry all the good stuff. Um, so you said you like to collaborate. So like, what does it look like to you? What is your collaboration process?
Honestly, like I said, I leave a lot of space in my tracks already it's very easy for an artist to take a look and see if they can fill in those spaces. So far, I have one official collaboration with the Aviator. He's super cool dude. Met him back in 2013, 2014, when we were both doing this modeling thing for a fundraiser.
Okay.
for like I think it was a cancer fundraiser.
Okay.
And we met up, we talked and found out we were both working on music and whatnot. He's more of an R&B artist slash rapper, and he's actually from North Carolina. He was only down there for a friend just to help him out with the whole fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
So we linked up, and years went by. We would comment on each other's posts on Facebook and whatnot, and like,
Mm-hmm.
and then I saw him putting out stuff on SoundCloud and like posting snippets of videos of his songs playing on from his radio
Mm-hmm.
and from his computer. I'm like, yo, let me check that out. And we started passing tracks back and forth until one day he heard one of my tracks that I was putting on Feelings,
Mm-hmm.
my EP, and it was called Summer Solstice. And he's like, yo, I got to write for this right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right, dope. Let's see what you got. And then he came back in like maybe like 2 hours, and he already had like a really good rough draft of like the track called Summertime Sometime, and
Mm-hmm.
he released it on his debut album,
Okay.
which was super dope. And I thought that was like the coolest fucking thing ever.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I have to
don't know
check
if I
that
can
out.
swear.
Of course you can. It's a free world, man. You said his name is Aviator?
AV the number 8R.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. AV the number 8R, and it's called Summertime Summer?
Yeah, Summertime Sometime.
Summertime some oh,
Yeah,
Summertime sometime. Okay.
and it's basically about a fleeting relationship where like he doesn't want it to just be a summertime thing. He wants it to like go to the next level, but the girl doesn't want to. They just want to have fun and then just be out, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's on his debut album, The Emancipation, which honestly I think changes the game of R&B.
You think so? Okay.
I really do. He's such a talented artist.
Okay.
I want like I already told him like he gets first listen on any of my rough drafts
Mm-hmm.
just to see if he can work with it,
Mm-hmm.
or just to critique, let me know what he thinks about it. You know.
That's
It,
awesome, man. Like to have that kind of relationship with somebody like art that you admire, that's awesome for real.
yeah, no, me and him click like really well together.
Mhm.
So yeah, he's a dope person, even and dope artist. Yeah, and he gets first listen to everything that I make.
That's awesome. That's awesome for real. Do you do any collabs with other producers?
Not as of yet. I've sent a couple of things to my cousin. He's a producer based in Atlanta.
Mhm.
So I'm waiting to hear back from him on some stuff. But no, to be honest, the network never really came simple to me.
Okay.
I'm a homebody. I'm
Mhm.
very introverted. Very very isolated. You
Mhm.
know, by nature.
Mhm.
So to reaching out to somebody is like trying to rip my own arm off
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
because it's like, what if they, all the anxiety of like, what if they say no, blah blah
Mhm.
blah. It's just, and it's all in my head, but sometimes it gets to you. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to work on that and try to branch out a little bit more. I've
Mhm.
I've been talking to a couple of artists, just shooting the shit, not
Mhm.
actually asking them, to collab or
Yeah.
anything. So we'll see how those go.
Yeah, they should go good, man. You're talented. One of my favorite quotes that I've heard within the last couple months is like don't say no to yourself. Don't be the one to say no to yourself. And so we do get in our head and we do just make up all these scenarios and all these things, but literally the worst thing somebody can say is no, and then just
Exactly,
and then you
exactly.
just move on. But I know it's a lot deeper than that, and it'll
Yeah.
take a little work for you. But I I think you're talented, and I think you have a good personality, even if you may be shy or introverted or whatever. And I think a lot of people, like once you start talking to them, they'll start to vibe with you, and they'll be like they'll listen to your beats and they're like, whoa. You're way talented. And then your boy Pasta, like that just literally catches you. Like, whoa, who is your boy Pasta? I need to know about this guy. And I was gonna ask you where it came from, but your last name's Alfredo. So
Exactly. Yeah, I got that nickname back in high school. And
okay.
it just stuck ever since. I'm like, I'm gonna use this forever.
Yeah.
It only makes sense, you know.
Yeah. Your boy Pasta. What up?
Exactly.
Just like that. Yes, yes. Um, so what all socials are you on right now?
Right now I'm mostly on Twitter.
Okay.
Just YaBoiPasta, no underscore or anything. I'm on Instagram. I haven't really touched that in a little bit, but I'm starting to work on it more.
Okay.
TikTok is what I've been mainly focusing on. Twitter is me just memeing, like just
Yeah.
shit posting the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
But
That's funny.
TikTok's where TikTok is where I post most of my content.
Mhm.
I'm on Spotify, SoundCloud, pretty much every other platform you can think of
Okay.
for music. And I'll post like remixes and like other stuff that I can't post on Spotify on SoundCloud,
Mhm.
just just for fun.
Mhm.
See what reactions I get. Almost
Yeah.
like demoing and trying to gauge a vibe.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, TikTok is definitely something that I'm going to be focusing on a lot because I feel like since it's the newest, I feel like it has the most potential
Mhm.
to have people reach out more.
Mhm.
So
Definitely. I don't know if you heard of like I think his name is L Dre.
yeah.
Yeah. He
He's super cool dude.
mhm.
Um, I look up to him and his music. Like
Mhm.
he's got it on lock. Like how
Mhm.
like on oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He's got the content game on lock. He's
Mhm.
doing it on YouTube. He's doing it on TikTok, Instagram, you name it.
Mhm.
So I'm like I'm trying to get like you, you
Yeah,
know.
for real. I was gonna ask you like who are your inspirations?
Oh, how long do you have?
Whenever the Zoom tells me it's over.
So I think my biggest influences, Algeria is definitely one of them.
Mhm.
I pull from everywhere. I pull from EDM, like like Dead Mouse, Borgore,
Mhm.
um, definitely David Guetta, Black Eyed Peas, super cool.
Mhm.
Outcast. I pull a lot from Biggie and from Wu Tang and Tribe Called Quest.
Mhm.
Um, and a lot of New York, a lot of old school New York artists
Mhm.
is like where I pull from my lo-fi.
Mhm. They were doing it right.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
the boom bap is like my home. That's where I
Mhm.
feel right, you know.
Mhm.
Um, and other influences like Flamingosis when it comes to like the remixes and just how they chop up all their samples. Like
Mhm.
I'm trying to get like that.
Mhm.
And let's see, I could talk about like all of my influences like Tool or Perfect Circle
Mhm.
or Slipknot. I wanna have an album out for each genre you can think of. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna be pulling from all of them.
Dang, okay. Okay. How long does it normally take you to like turn around a beat?
Honestly, wow. Sometimes it's just like, all right, let me throw these 8 bars up and see how it clicks, and then everything just comes together. You just
Mhm.
put the pieces together, and it's like, all right, now it's just time to tweak a little bit of the mix, and
Mhm.
you're all set. But sometimes it feels like you need to work on something because like you have so many ideas for it that you just want it to be perfect.
Mhm.
You just it takes up the time. I have more tracks that are completed and sitting on my desktop that are
Mhm.
on Spotify right now.
No, sir. What?
Yeah, I've got a
Wow.
bunch of tracks that I've been looking at. I'm like, why haven't I posted any of this?
Uh,
You
why
know,
haven't you? Just
I think I'm always in my head about wanting them to be right and
mhm.
perfect. Because I've had situations where like I'll be like, all right, this sounds so good on these monitors on my desktop. Then I put it on my phone and it sounds like absolute trash.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
and the majority of the people that are going to be listening are going to be listening through
Phones.
yeah, phones, headphones, like, earbuds or their car.
Mm-hmm.
So so whenever I hear a bad mix, I'm like, and then just put it away and start something else
Mm-hmm.
before actually even finishing it and working on it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, it's like super quick fixes, like the
Uh-huh.
bass was too heavier, or like the snare was too loud.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I always put it away, and like my ADHD brain always like goes from one thing to the next. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
always starting another one before I'm even finishing mixing
Uh-huh.
the first one, and it just goes on and on and on like that. That's why I have so many tracks like waiting to just be published.
Uh-huh. I feel that. I think that happens with like a lot of artists, producers, is like the next thing is always more enticing than fixing what you're already working on. Even though what you're
Exactly.
already working on is good, but it's like you don't want to take the time to make it great because like this idea I have, I'm ready for it already to come to life. You know what I'm saying? I feel that,
Yeah.
I do. But I know one thing for myself is like I told myself, like, because I have a lot of songs in the vault too. I'm like, before this year ends, they're getting released or they're getting thrown away. Like that's what I told myself. So hopefully that'll push me to get them out there and do it correctly, of course, with
Yeah.
marketing and all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm still learning the marketing game.
Mm-hmm.
It does not come easy.
Yeah.
Like networking and marketing, like that's a whole new ball game. I thought I could just work on my craft and it would speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Nah.
No, no, it just does not work that way right now. It's because so many people are doing it, and it's like good music is just not enough anymore. Great music is not enough. It's like, who are you? What do you
Yeah.
bring to the table? But on TikTok, having like I've heard a lot of like beats that I was like, okay, that's really really simple, and then a lot of people just start duetting it, and then they just blow up. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know consumers. I'm trying to get into their head too, just trying to
Yeah.
figure out what works, what doesn't work, and I guess best like what works for you. So I mean, even you reaching out to us is like that's good, that's networking, you're talking, you're chatting, you're doing an interview, we're gonna post it, we don't have loads of followers now, but hopefully on down the line we will. And then we can get you
Yeah.
back here for another interview. You know what I'm saying? So
I would love that. Honestly,
that's
I surprised myself even reaching out to you, to be honest.
yeah, that's awesome. I'm proud of you for doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Appreciate you.
yeah, of course. Is there anything else that you want to tell everybody, get out, let them know anything you about to drop, anything you have in the works?
I got a couple singles that I'm gonna be spitting out here and there, probably in the next couple of months.
Okay.
Because like I said, most of them are like 90% done. I just gotta
Uh-huh.
throw them out there.
Okay.
But yeah, just keep an eye out on my Spotify, and my SoundCloud, and my TikTok, and you'll keep updated. And my Twitter too.
Twitter. Okay.
I let everybody know. Um, but yeah, just
Okay.
keep an ear out and let me know what you think.
Okay, I will. I definitely will. And I'm definitely gonna be checking your TikTok very soon, like probably like right after we get off of here. So you can see like a lot of us in this podcast. Lots of it. Okay. Anyways, I'm not trying to like ADD it. I had a question for you. How do you feel about samples? I know we were ending it, but I just wanted to know, like, how do you feel about using samples?
I'm I use samples all the fucking time. I
Okay.
hate the purists that are like, no, you can't use samples. You got to
Uh-huh.
record it yourself. But like, how far does that go? Do
Yeah.
you like? Are you gonna record the snare yourself?
Oh yeah,
Are you are
exactly.
you are you gonna build the top of the snare yourself? Are you gonna raise the goats that make the leather that goes on top
Uh-huh.
of the snare? Like, it's just like, how far are you willing to go to be a purist like that? Fuck that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
No
I,
one gives a fuck when they're listening.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. And so a lot of people I ask, they're like, I love samples, but then some people ask, they're like, no, that's cheating. I'm like, how? Like it's literally the spatula to flip the pancake. What do you mean? Like
Exactly. Like,
y'all are
you
tripping.
you can do so much to a
Mhm.
sample that doesn't even sound like the original,
Exactly.
and it'll be your own thing. And
Uh-huh.
even if you do like simple things to it, it's still yours.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
like it's your idea, your vision, like comes out in that track.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still you. It's like, fuck the purists that
Yeah.
like don't like samples. They
Literally.
they yeah, good.
No, you go ahead.
No, the people that complain about samples are probably the ones that haven't put anything out.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, the people that do the most complaining are the people that just don't do anything really.
They're doing shit. Like they're just there to complain.
Exactly.
Yo, check out my shit on Spotify. You know what it is.
Yeah, check them out. Yeah, your boy Pasta.
Boi Pasta.
All right, bye, man.
Peace.